On this episode, we welcome our newest Patreon supporters, Captain Drakmar, Simon, and the Pixel Parents podcast. And as always, we're sponsored by Taste Invader Tea. Treat yourself or a loved one to 15% off an order of daring and delicious tea at tasteinvader.co.uk using the code TMV. And in the Vale this time around, we talk about Yakuza Kiwami, the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined demo, and Mio Memories in Orbit.
I've entered this year like how I kind of finished off last year, and that is with a playthrough of a glorious metroidvania in that I'm playing Mio Memories in Orbit, and my is it good. It's stunning cel-shaded almost metroidvania set in what seems like maybe like a kind of post-apocalyptic world. It's quite vague, as are all great Metroidvanias. What's going on? I don't know. It looks like you're kind of in this old, abandoned... the characters refer to it as a ship. It's a big bloody ship if it's a ship. But you can see remnants of the past world. You can collect a little pickup. You pick something up and you go, oh, it's something travellers carried in there. Travellers carried in days gone by, and it's like a biscuit, like a wee penguin style biscuit in its packet. So you kind of don't know what's going on. Your job is to almost bring this ship back, or the station back to life, by going and reaching out to the, I'm going to say, like, extremities. Like you see these sort of big creature type things that are like the overseers, and one's like, you need to go here and fix the hand, and you need to go up there and fix the head and the heart, and there's the blood, and they've all got each individual sort of biomes that they oversee, and I think that's what you do that, and that's you bringing this ship back to its past glories. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, like there's crashed like monorail type things in the background. It's really overgrown with this like lush, like vegetation in some areas. One bit's frozen completely. Nice bit of ice skating when you're on that, nice and zippy. But it's just such a nice game to play. Like if I was to ding it for anything, it would be that I feel that save stations are very few and far between. So a save station is where you maybe meet up with one of these overseers. They like are sat somewhere, and that's where you can go and you can like implement or attach your trinkets for upgrades. Mm-hmm. But there are also these little stations around the game where, so you when you beat an enemy, you collect their the soul equivalent, or as it's called here, it's like it's spelled N-A-C-R-E. It's like Nasra. I don't really know. But I've sort of taken on to calling it knockers, and okay. what they're called. And what you do is, these are like, they call them they're droplets, and you can expend these knocker droplets at these. You can expend these.
Thank you for naming the episode so early. Carry on.
Okay, that's fine. You can expend the knocker droplets at these little like terminals. If you lose any life, then it's like cost you 10 droplets to replenish one bit of life. And I was like, oh, I wonder if this also works as a save station. So I was like, oh, I'll just quit out the game. No. You can only save at these sort of overseer points. Right. So if I was to say, it would be good if those stations were there and they acted as a save point, would be good. Because sometimes it does feel like a long way back from the particular save points to wherever you're going. But like I said, you can get like little trinkets to add, so those stations where you spend those droplets don't cost anything. You can get one that gives you more slots, that kind of stuff, the kind of like standard metroidvania. I can't remember exactly what they're called, the little trinkets. But you can go around. There are little lore bits dropped in everywhere. There are different branching paths, and much like if you go somewhere on your way back, you can find different routes back to the same point. So the next time you go, it doesn't take as long. But again, it's because it's the kind of game that it is quite difficult. Some of the bosses, you're like, this isn't fair. Like, it feels like that it should be easier this early in the game. And I've definitely had my head kicked in by a few of the bosses. But one thing I have noticed is that when you're in there, actually, I was going to say you're not locked in the room. I think you are locked in the room with some bosses, but not others. So you can like leave the area where the boss fight is, and then there's that little pool area to replenish your health. But in doing that, it regenerates all the enemies again. So if you do that and head back in, you just restart the boss fight. But I've definitely had one where I've been like really struggling. I didn't want to go all the way back to the save station to travel back, so I would just nip out, get my life back, and I had that attachment that wouldn't cost me any droplets, so I could basically just rinse and repeat, try my best, and then as soon as I got down to one, or I think you get like I think you get two lives to start with, but there are two that are greyed out, and when you run out of the two, it sort of all goes red, and that's your like, that's where I was like, right, I need to get the fuck out of this room, or I'll need to go back to the save station and spend 30 seconds. It's not long to get back to here, but I'd rather just go out, replenish, come back in, try again, not worked, go out, replenish, come back in, try again. But I think there are some actual bosses that you are locked in, so I think that is the case. But really interesting, like, it's to look at the character Mio reminds me a little bit of, what's that 3D Metroidvania that came out last year, the year before? Blue Fire?
Yeah.
There's a similarity in the character design on like a really basic level. That's just one thing it reminds me of. And if I could say what another thing that would make it a tiny bit better is your movement speed. When you're not on ice, you're quite quick, but generally you're at like a one locked speed. You can't sprint, and it's a touch too. It's not slow, but you're like, I wish I could just run a bit quicker, just a tiny little bit quicker.
Back a little almost. You just kind of want
to
make a wee bit more progress.
No upgrades for that?
There might be. I've not found one yet.
Okay. Did you say you've played through it all?
No.
Well, how far are you?
I'm 6 or 7 hours in.
Okay.
So I'm really I've expanded sort of to look at the map, the left hand side, and now I'm kind of looking into the right. I've done a lot of on the right hand side of the map, but I think there are maybe 6 or 7 overseers that you need to go and find.
Right.
And so you can get to a point pretty early on. You go, right, how do I get up there? And you try and get up, but it's just impossible. And it ends up, classic Metroidvania, that you need to find a power up to be able to get up that far. But it's just really kind of branching, and it's quite a densely packed, quite tight in some aspects game where the levels are like you're kind of working your way through a root system of a tree almost in some parts, and it's just cool. It's a really cool game.
It looks it.
Yeah,
it looks stunning.
There are bits where you go when you get your upgrades. This sort of, you see him at the start. It's kind of fixing you. You're like a robot or something. He's fixing you up. He gives you your initial moveset, and then you come across like these tunnels, little sort of grates, a tunnel into the ship, and it'll give you more upgrades once you've beat a boss. But to get that, you've almost got to play. It's not a mini game, but like you almost go into a dream-like state where everything changes. You almost look like a stick man running through the level to give you the sort of basics of this new ability that you've got. And then you get to the end of the little level, and this little stick claw comes down and like picks you up by your wee stick man head and lifts you out, and then that's you coming back out of the tube again. It's really cool. Really enjoying it.
Yeah, well, that's good. Is it a tad right? So I'm basing this purely on what you said and the trailer. It looks a little bit. It looks really Hollow Knight-y. Does it feel derivative, or does it do enough sort of its own thing to have like some?
I think it does enough of its own thing. And when I've played it, I have not linked it to Hollow Knight once.
Right.
Maybe other than like with Silksong, there was an upgrade to let you run faster. Mm-hmm. Be like, that'd be good. But other than that, there's nothing else that I've said is Hollow Knight-y. Like the characters are all like all these robots that are kicking about, giving you a little, a little bit about what's happened to them for them to get to where they are there. There's a robot you have to rescue who ends up opening a shop and is quite acerbic in the way that it comes across. It's just it's just cool. It's really well thought out.
I think given how fresh in the memory Silksong is, for you to say that it's not doing that kind of speaks volumes for how much it is doing its own.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah, like I said, if there was anything to be, maybe making those little knocker baths save points.
Yeah. Are they fast travel points, or are they fast travel?
The
points
fast
yet?
travel points are when you meet up with an overseer.
Okay.
I think they're called overseers. When you see one, it's kind of wraps its robes around you, and you're like in between it all, and it says overseer memories or something like that. So I think they're overseers.
Difficulty wise, I know you mentioned the bosses are a challenge. Does it feel more or less difficult than Silksong?
Oh, it's less difficult than Silksong.
Yeah.
At least at the moment.
Isn't everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, because I know that a lot of people's complaint with Silksong was it was just too punishing to play through, to get any enjoyment off. So,
like there are with Silksong, you had those not a boss rush room, but like what would you call it? When all the enemies the waves of enemies come at you. There are similar things in Mio, but it's not as difficult. Like nowhere near as difficult. It's still like a challenge to it, but nothing too bad.
that's cool. Do you think you'll carry on with it?
Oh, 100%.
And have you got any inkling as to how long it might be?
No idea.
I like that. I guess you'll know when reviews come out.
Yeah. I'd suggest, thinking of it now and how much I've got to do, maybe 20. That's a random guess on the basis of what I know, who I've still got to meet in terms of all those other overseers, how long it might take me to get there, where they are. Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, if it is around the 20 mark, that's quite a nice length.
Yeah.
$16.99 on Steam. I can see. What are you playing it on, Lewis?
On Steam.
On Steam. Cool.
I think it is
Lovely.
coming to everything.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Most
Yeah, that's
platforms.
cool. Lovely. Completely for no apparent reason, if you had to guess at review score, like say what the Open Critic ends up being for this, what would you say?
I mean, I wonder why Ben wants to know this if it's
you
for
had to
no
guess.
apparent reason.
A 6.
55.
No,
see.
maybe 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Solid. Yes, the reason I ask is obviously we had our Fantasy Critic draft. At time of recording, we did it all yesterday. Our entire day was taken up with that. So what's there? There's 16 of us in total, isn't there,
Oh,
between
that's a
us and a load of the patrons. So yeah, thanks everyone that got involved. And And yeah, Mio is one of my picks.
Steward's inquiry.
Not that Ben may have had wind of Lewis's impressions of that game beforehand.
Cards on the table. Lewis did send a message to say it's quite good. So if that means I should be disqualified from picking it,
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, we know what Lewis means when he says something's quite good, though. And I mean, me and Lewis played it fairly and both avoided it.
Exactly. I could have picked it.
Oh, you both played it.
No, we both avoided it.
Oh, okay. But I didn't pick it because Lewis said quite good, because he could mean it's quite good. This was all over text, so
No, to clarify what Lewis told us, he said it was quite good and told us how much he had played in one sitting and how good the music was. So that was probably.
I said how good the music was.
So you looked into it, what you're saying. You were already investigating.
Well, I had to get the music ready for this episode. But anyway, yeah. So it looks
what we're
good.
saying is Ben had a chancer. He won last year and he's already taken the piss.
Yes. And picking games that have already come out.
No, come out. Everyone, go and play Big Hops. Tell your favourite outlet to review Big Hops.
He was allowed to pick it by the time he picked it, but the draft went on that long. By the time anyone wanted to counter pick it, they couldn't because it's already released. That took a shit.
That's fine. I mean, chances are it won't get reviewed because it's not a
Can
very
hop
big
off.
game. Anyway, let's go through. Let's probably just do our picks as they are, because obviously if we go through everyone's, that will be about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a chin bat. That's definitely a chin bat for the future.
Yes. So Alex, your squad as it stands is strong. Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah, plays to get that.
Yep. Yakuza Kiwami 3.
Should be decent. I don't expect it to be massive, but in the 80s.
Yep. Gears of War E-Day.
I think that should be good.
And unannounced Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake.
That was a wee bit of a punt, given that was the last one of the draft.
Yeah.
No,
But there's been a lot of rumours,
the
hasn't there,
last
so-
one. But I mean, it's been rated as fairly certain it's coming. The original score's an 85. So, I mean, if it comes and it delivers, and it is now, it's probably one of the most sought after Assassin's Creed games, isn't it? It's the one generally, like the general,
Yeah. It's the
high
good
up
one.
there in the favourites.
Worth saying that's been counterpicked by Tyler as well.
Which could be good. Locking Alex into keeping it.
Mine has game up.
Or that, yeah. Either way, good for everyone else. My team, Chintendo, Marvel, Tokon Fighting Souls, Ken, Mio, as we've just discussed, and Big Hops, which released the day after the draft. I don't see a problem with that.
No, there's not. There's no. They only
not
got
that,
shite
it's
at
the
him. The
problem.
fact we couldn't counterpick it.
Yes. And then Lewis, Salve, you picked Reanimal, and you were after me in the draft, and I knew you were going to pick that first, and I was so tempted to be a dick and pick that, but I thought not. And then Star Wars Galactic Racer, which has been counterpicked.
Yep.
Romeo is a Dead Man, which has also been counterpicked, so that means you can't change either of those two.
Nope.
And then Crimson Desert as number 4,
I mean,
which
that-
will either be the best game ever
Yes, or the worst
or
game ever.
a pile of shit. So, yeah. Interesting.
I think
We'll
the
see
one
how
thing
the
you
year
can
pans out.
guarantee about Crimson Desert is it's not going to be mediocre.
No. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's how things stand at the moment. So yeah, we'll update throughout the year and dish out the prizes accordingly.
And I think it should be quite an interesting game this year with more people involved,
Yeah.
more games that we need to buy, and we
Yeah.
also need to buy a counter pick. So there's going to be definitely a bit more strategy this year, and we can trade.
And we can trade. Yeah. So
Did you
But we
up
can't
the budget?
No, I think it's still 100.
Is it?
Is it?
Alex never spent his budget anyway.
No,
90
I'm a tight
quid left.
bastard.
Yes. But yeah, it's cool. And we've got to pick 12 in total, haven't we?
Yes,
Crikey.
12 games, 2 counter picks.
Jesus. Cool. That was good fun, though. That was a nice to get everyone involved.
I quite enjoyed the auto draft element of it because I'd forgotten like what I'd put in my watch list, and you're just kind of waiting it coming back to and say, "Well, what am I going to get?" Because even I didn't know because I wasn't going to pick it. So
yeah, I will do that next year.
Had anyone picked any of your watch list before you got to it?
oh, loads.
Oh, loads.
Yeah.
Because the Galactic Racer wasn't my second pick. I think I was... Oh, no, two. I had, like, Control Resonant was going to be my second. And that Mouse PI for hire. I was going to pick that as well. Both them had gone.
I think almost everything that had been picked by that point had been on my watch list. Like, it was...
I think the only two that I was like, damn it, that I missed out on were Mugenics and Deltarune 5.
Yeah.
That's tricky, that one.
Yeah.
I
I
considered...
think the last ones have been reviewed, like,
It's like an 8
I think 3 and 4 got reviewed.
I know, but for it coming out is the thing.
Yeah. But he has said it's coming out this year, so who knows. Good. Fun. But Fantasy Critic aside, what else have you been playing, Alex?
Probably still slightly linked to Fantasy Critic, to be fair. I have been making good progress in Yakuza Kiwami, which I did mention a couple of episodes ago. So I'm on the last chapter. As of time of recording, I reached the last chapter at about 11 o'clock last night, and I'm like, do I go for it? Do I wait? So I've waited, and I will finish that today, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Like, I think it's really nice going back to these early games, and although you know a bit about the character, you know about the setting, it's still like kind of finding out more of the lore and more of the history of how it all came together, even with On the Back of Zero. It's just such a good series, and I'm just looking forward to... I think my thing is going to be, I want to finish Kiwami, and then I will do Kiwami 3, but then I'll leave 4 for next December, January. I feel like that's a nice time to play these games. Take a wee break. But yeah, I just love this series now. It's cemented as one of my top series. And I don't know, you asked the question, Ben, would I play other Japanese games, and still there's nothing that makes me want to play anything other than these. I think other things are just too Japanese for me, whereas I think, although this is very Japanese, it's less weeby. Is that maybe a good way of putting it? Probably not a good way of putting it, but you know what.
Well, I mean, it's not
Like
set in
that's what
high
makes
school.
the games good.
Yeah.
Weebiness.
Yeah, there is that whole thing though. There is, I think, last year or the year before when we were talking about Metaphor, and I was like, because it's not set in a high school, it's almost like less cringy to play than what seems to be the vast majority of JRPGs. So yeah, I get that. It feels more accessible, but in a way that it's like accessible to people who would be embarrassed about controlling a teenage boy and trying to romance your teacher and things like that.
But I mean, in the other side of things, there are absolutely extreme cringe points in these games in terms of some of the objectification of women and stuff, and some of the mini games and things like that. So like, it goes to extremes. Like, but you don't need to engage in those parts or do those parts. But some of the mini games, in terms of them, are quite fun. Like, one of the things you need to do, and this one is go around and find, basically, for want of a better term, it's Pokemon cards. But it's like these butterfly cards, but it's all just images of like women doing random things. Like, so it's
Such as?
Oh, I can't remember, Ben. I don't really pay attention to women. If it was men, I could probably take.
It was disgusting, whatever it was.
No, it was just
Knocker droplets all over the place.
No, I joke, of course, but yeah, I mean, we all know Yakuza's got that kind of side to it as well. It's just, it is what it is, ultimately. Probably not as much in the newer games, I think. Certainly much more in the early games. Dialed it back in and just gone a bit more out there in terms of everything in the newer ones, rather than that kind of side of it.
I think that's good though, that you're like saying that there's no other like JRPG that piques your interest. But it's good you've got that kind of benchmark of these games. Like anything you play in that kind of rail, be like, how does it compare to these? I think that's good.
Like the one I really want to play, Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, I've heard. Is that a JRPG? I never realised.
I don't know if it's a JRPG, but it's certainly a kind of similar type of game in terms of, and then a bit like what's the other one? The Yakuza guy that left RGG and went and formed his own studio to tell his own story, and it's basically making a Yakuza game.
Gang of Dragon.
Gang
or
of
whatever it's
Dragon.
called.
So it was like, but like, I'd be interested to see where that goes, because it does feel maybe a bit more serious. But
Yeah. Did he direct Sleeping Dogs as well?
I don't know, actually.
Or have I got that wrong?
I don't.
I'm sure there's
don't
some
think
connection
he
there.
Did, but there might be some, because Sleeping Dogs is a Chinese side of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. As we said, I think last time you spoke about it, I want to play more of these as well. It's just a case of making time.
Yeah.
They're lovely on the Switch too. It's running really nicely.
That is tempting.
I've never played any.
They're not
of
a bad price either.
20 quid, I think, for the physical even.
So if I've not played any, Alex, what would you recommend?
Go to Zero. I would recommend starting Zero Director's Cut.
Okay. Is that on
Everything. Get it switched to...
any subscription?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. It certainly was. Zero was on something at one point. I think it was on Game... All of them were in Game Pass and some of them were in PS Plus at points, but I don't know what's left where now. But they've all been on certain ones at certain points in time.
I'll have a look.
Nice. I mean, we might as well come to me next. On the flip side of the JRPG spectrum, these are the ones you might want to avoid, Alex. So I've been
safe.
Yeah, well, in fact, the bulk of my playtime this week has been I've gone back to Persona 3 Reload and trying to get that finished off. But that's probably a whole other topic once I have finished it, and then we can chat about it in depth. So look forward to that.
Can't wait,
guys. But yeah, I've also been
Set your alarms.
dipping into a couple of things that came out over the last couple of weeks. So Dragon Quest VII Reimagined demo that came out. I've been playing that on Switch 2. I haven't finished the demo yet. I'm not sure how long it is, but generally Square pretty generous with their demos, and progress carries over and all that stuff. But yeah, like the look of it.
Does it ask a question about the demo? Yeah. Is it from the start, or is it at a random point through the game?
It is from the start, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess if your progress carries over, it'd be
okay.
odd
Right,
to...
No, I'm just thinking the triangle strategy demo dumped you at some point in the midway through the game, and it was like, what the fuck's happening? What's going on here?
Was that like the first demo where it showed you how here's Project Triangle Strategy, but then when they do is it like a prologue demo or something like that as well?
I can't remember.
Like
the demo I played, it was like heavy exposition. It's like just for someone talking to you without any gameplay. But then that's triangle strategy.
Yeah, I've got a feeling Triangle Strategy and Octopath had their like playtest thing when it was like Project Octopath Traveler, and that threw you in the middle of something. But then this is the start of the game. It's really, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's so quaint and old feeling, because obviously you've got the two pillars of Square are Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. Comparing Final Fantasy VII and Dragon Quest VII, it's just like night and day. And the remakes as well. There's so much budget in Final Fantasy VII, and this is just twee and smaller scope, and it's just odd. Like it's basically two completely different genres now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't blow me away that first hour or so that I played it. It was more like, okay, if I'm in the mood for one of these, I'll play this. But obviously, we've been bombarded with Dragon Quest content over the last couple of years, with 1, 2, and 3 remakes coming out, or Pixel. What are they called?
HD 2D
remasters. Yeah, those ones. And then this as well. Obviously, hoping 12 might come out. Don't know, this year, next year, maybe. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Nothing surprised me about it. It was like, do a little bit in a town, go to the world map. The world map from the area that I played is so comically tiny. So you're walking from your little town that you start at up to this castle. And then when you arrive at the castle, the person you're walking with is like out of breath. I'm like, oh wow, that was a trek, wasn't it? Literally half a second to walk up from, one corner of the map to the other. But yeah, it was funny. But yeah, all really nicely presented. And probably, I guess, the best way to play Dragon Quest VII now. So yeah, I'm not sure whether I will purchase it day one or not. It hasn't quite grabbed me. But as I said, that's probably not entirely fair because Persona 3 Reload has been taking up most of my brain capacity, which isn't much at the best of times. So there you go.
I think,
and then the other one.
Sorry, on you go. Oh, well, I was going to say in terms of remakes, I think they need to do Chrono Trigger. I think that's at risk of being not forgotten about. But have you tried to play it? Either of you?
Yeah, I have tried. Yeah,
Have you, Alex?
It's old.
It is really old,
doesn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
It definitely feels it. Like I tried to soldier on with it, but I was like, God, there's just so many quality of life improvements that could be put in to make it a more modern thing, even if they kept it the same graphically. Like
yeah, I mean the pixel art is fine.
Yeah,
as it is. But I guess that was the question. Then, if you were to remake Chrono Trigger, would you do it in this art style of Dragon Quest Reimagined, or would you do it in the HD 2D style?
I think the Dragon Quest one looked cool. It reminds me of like Final Fantasy 8, 7 and 8, like all that kind of the cutscene or 9. What's the one with the wee gnome guy? GG's?
9. Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting that art style.
I really warmed to this art style. The first time I seen it, I'm a bit like, no, I don't get it. I don't like it. And then the more I've seen it, I just think it's actually quite cute. And I think it fits Dragon Quest. And I'm so fed up with HD 2D.
Oh,
just
like,
same.
It's like, oh, come on, and we just give it a break. Like, you've ripped the ass out of that enough now. But yeah, it's nice to see something a bit different.
Yeah, and the guy with the big Team America chin. He's very present to start with. It's cool. Yeah, I was going to say the other one I've played a little bit of again is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, which came to NSO recently. Very, very much was looking forward to that as soon as it got revealed. So yeah, jumped straight into it. I mean, it's more Fire Emblem. Lewis, you know what you're getting into. You'd like it. It's the oldest Fire Emblem I've played, so it does feel it to the extent that. You know how they always talk about, the weapon triangle. You need to learn the weapon triangle. Mm-hmm. I've never really paid any attention to that in playing the Fire Emblem games that I've played. So Awakening, Three Houses, and half of Engage. Mm-hmm. Because it tells you the percentages and everything of whether you're going to win or not, or what damage you're going to take and stuff like that. This one doesn't. So you do actually have to pay attention to the weapon triangle. So I'm like, okay, well, he's got an axe. So I've got a sword, so I should beat him. Mm-hmm. Great. Oh no, he's got a lance. I better send someone else to fight that guy. Like, so it's just thinking about it differently. Whereas the more modern ones do all that for you in a way, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. But, this one's got Ike in it, right?
Yeah, Ike is the protagonist. So yeah, not just from Smash Brothers. He's got his own game too. And I mean it's fine. Like I think GameCube era games. They're great. I don't think any of them really need remastering or anything. Like it looks fine. Obviously, like the little cutscenes when everyone's fighting have aged, but in terms of gameplay mechanics and everything, it's just it's Fire Emblem. Like if you like it, you'll like this. Mm-hmm. I think this is regarded as certainly one of the like top 5 of them. So definitely worth trying if you like sort of turn-based strategy and all that jazz.
I was going to say, I was surprised that it's the earliest one, but then I was thinking to myself, the ones that were on a Game Boy, is it the Advance? I can't remember. I'm sure I played some of them. Is it Sacred Stones or whatever? That's on NSO as well, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe I did try a little bit of one of them actually, but yeah, I guess that would have been a similar era.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is I don't actually know when they came out for it to be like, I think, oh no, that one's older. Or
I think this one's 2005 when it originally came out. So yeah, 20-year-old game, holds up well.
Nice.
What? Anything else? Anyone played any? Just conscious of time, but anyone played anything else they want to chat about?
I've been playing a little bit of Viewfinder, which has been on my list for, I think, since I've seen it in a presentation. I don't know what the presentation was, a direct or
I think
state
it
of
would
play.
have been a state of play back in the day.
Yeah, I think if there's a game that someone could say that's a Lewis type game, where just strange stuff's going on, you could say Viewfinder is one of these. It's cool.
It probably goes back to that kind of subliminal type thing to an extent, doesn't it?
Whereas like you're playing with perspective and finding pictures and taking photos and like MC Escher style stuff going on. It's cool. I like it. It's nice. It seems like quite a nice wee story going on. There's a little cat you get to pet every now and again. But it's nice.
Alex is out.
Kick the cat. No, I didn't
Kick it. There isn't a kick button. Maybe there should be. But it's cool. You've played it, Alex, right?
I have. I finished that.
You finished it? Aye, good.
There you go. Yeah, not you. I think roughly when it came out. Played it
4
quite
hours or
but
so.
I really liked it. It's not too long. Not too long at all. But it's just, as you say, it's just that whole perspective thing and finding the right angles to take the pictures and solve the puzzles.
Yeah.
Stuff. Very cool. And so many levels to it as well, like that kind of Inception type thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever
Like,
play Maquette?
Never. Don't think I've heard of it.
It was a PlayStation Plus game back in the day, and I think potentially Game Pass. And it's again a kind of similar vein. There's a lot of perspective and stuff to it, and puzzle solving, like in and out of it. Basically, you've got a little model. You've got a model of this little city or village, and you're moving things within the model to change it in the real world to solve the puzzles. And I think you maybe quite like that as well.
I'll have a look for that. But on this, so like when, like you can either you get the viewfinder, like taking a picture. Both my girls were sat watching. I was like, right, watch this. I've got. It's a picture. Right, watching, and I held the picture up in front of me, and then I hit R2 or whatever, and then it becomes part of the landscape. You kind of move in it, the whole perspective it changes. And we're both like, whoa, that's cool. It is cool, you know.
That's cool. And it's quite short, isn't it, as well, Alex?
Yeah. I think probably about 4 or 5 hours. I don't think it's because there's maybe. I know you move between like almost in a subway between the worlds, don't you?
Yeah.
I think it's what 5.
Is
maybe, I think. So it's, an hour each one.
Nice.
Midway through the third at the moment.
Yeah. Very good. It's just come out.
Great Portal game.
Did you play it? Did you play it in the Portal?
I've played a bit on the Portal, but mainly on the telly. But it's a good Portal game.
Yeah, it's just came out. I think either just come out or just coming out in the Switch.
Okay.
Lovely. And then Alex, you played a bit more Sektori, didn't you?
Yeah, my eyes bled. But like, so I've always played Sektori handheld, so I thought I'm going to play it on a big screen. I sat down, and then before I knew it, like 3 hours had passed, and I still hadn't beaten a boss. And I was still like, "This is so hard."
Oh no!
They're like,
really?
They're like,
but hang on, so
I don't think it is actually that difficult. I've beaten a boss in Steam Deck, so like some of it I have, like, but see, just trying to get back into the rhythm of it, in a different perspective, well, not perspective, but in a different setup, in the kind of on screen on the Xbox. But it's just so good, and I think the thing is, it's not like you can. It's not Whereas something like Returnal, where you're going to fight that one boss every time, you can't beat them. Like every time you play it, you don't know what boss you're going to get. It's just going to hit you with a boss. Like it's all procedurally generated in that side of things. And it's just some are more understandable than others, I think is maybe a good way of putting it, because it's not necessarily like they're difficult. It's half the time, by the time you've worked out what you're supposed to do, you're already dead.
How to get their shield down and what the bitch is supposed to be chipping away at.
Yeah, so it can be very quick at just being like, oh, it's this boss, oh shit, I was supposed to avoid that, oh, I'm dead. And I've probably been doing a lot more of the in terms of playing with the upgrades. So rather than just, oh, I've got a point, I'm just going to use it or do this, or I'm going to wait for that one, I've almost been kind of pyramiding it, and I'm like, I'll take that one first, and then I'll go to that one, and then and focusing on the different things in the same way, understanding a bit more of how the deck building works, and I've unlocked some more decks in terms of taking stuff in with me in terms of what I want to focus on, whether I want more missiles to help me take out more things around me, or whether I want more formations for drones that can attach to me. I don't think from the last time I played it, I appreciated how much depth there was to it. And I think that's what makes it a really, really special game, I think, in this genre. I think it just does so much, and it does it all really, really well.
It does. I don't think I've got as in-depth with it as you have. I've only had a few runs on the Steam Deck, and then I played it on PS5 for the first time yesterday with the soundbar and the big screen just sat in front of that, and that feels like the way to play it, as much as it's cool as a handheld game. Like having the sound blasting in my face and sound coming out of the controller as well. So like when it says missile and it comes out of both, it just, I don't know, it feels cool. It is a cool game.
Yeah,
for sure. Speaking of cool games, we've done doing something a bit different. We're experimenting with a YouTube channel. For example, I think the first video we've got up there will be the chat that we had at the start of this episode around Mio. So we're going to put that out onto our YouTube channel, and just to see if we can get any new listeners, because people hang out on YouTube and they only watch videos and stuff. So yeah, just a little experiment. But if you want to give us a subscribe, like and subscribe, all of that stuff. I think it's youtube.com/@themimicsfail. I think you need that @ in there these days, don't you?
Click on the wee bell, get reminders, do all that jazz.
All that stuff. Yeah, interested to see how it goes. But I figure since we recorded the video for this, we might as well put it out there in some format. Yeah. And rather than putting a full-length episode out there, it made sense to sort of chop it up into little fragments, and we'll chuck those videos up as and when we get the urge, I guess. Mm-hmm. Lovely. Now, I've got the urge to play something that we all love deeply.
Oh, really? Well, let's play. Well, let's just see. Let's play, as they say in Hakachin, Lenak Aa Talome, Outro Katuak.
Whoa. You've practiced that, haven't you?
First time out loud.
Love it. Very good. What does that mean?
Guess the outro, lost in translation.
Of course. Should know by now.
For those who do not know.
Lovely. Furnish us with a clue.
Okay. This game is deemed to be groundbreaking.
Deemed to be groundbreaking.
Deemed to be groundbreaking.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, literal.
Literal.
Like that.
Groundbreaking.
Imagine.
Okay.
I mean, that wasn't a guess, obviously, Lewis. We're not that silly at this stage.
Wrong.
Yeah.
It's
that's
never going to be that obvious.
Too clever a clue.
Anything that makes sense is never going to be the answer.
Slugs.
Deemed to be grand. The fact he's saying deemed to be, is that a dig? Is he having a dig at it? Is that like Oh,
Aye, it's like
everyone says it's groundbreaking.
but I think it's
but
pish.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Let's keep that in the back of our minds. Indie? Is it an indie, Lewis?
No.
Okay.
Well,
No.
Here we go. Where do we go next? Time frame, genre.
I think time frame is a good one because we've struggled where we haven't narrowed that down enough before. I think that really fucks us.
Where do I start? Switchy
Present
time.
day.
Present day. Work backwards.
Yeah.
Was
Was this released today?
Yes. Do you think 20... Where do you want to cut off? 2017? No.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, 2000 or later.
Okay.
Maybe a good start. Yeah.
Is this released in the year 2000 or later?
no.
Great.
Good. That's a good one. Good question.
Yeah.
What were groundbreaking games before 2000? Tetris. Don't you make faces at Tetris?
Yeah. Groundbreaking games.
I
I mean, are we assuming it's 90s or do we
I'm assuming
lock that in?
we probably want to lock it in at this stage. You can't assume nothing with Lewis these days.
Did it release in the 1990s?
It did release in the 1990s.
Okay.
So
Why don't we let's use these first 5 questions to narrow down the time frame and the platform,
okay,
and then we'll use the second half to get the game mechanics down and the genre and stuff.
strategic.
Don't come in with a plan.
Tactics,
We need tactics these days. Right. So
Yeah.
many questions.
You need to win this one.
4.
It's if you lose this, it'll be 4 on the trot.
All right. Yes, this is question 4.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was.
Can't wait to rub that in.
Yes, Lewis. We know we're on a losing streak, so that was not what we asked.
What a fucking dick. Yeah, question 4. Should we get the console
Yeah.
down?
Do you think what Nintendo 64?
Or I mean, we could narrow down the year even more. Like we could say like 95 or onwards.
Yeah.
And then it would lean more towards
64-ish.
64 and PlayStation era.
Right, we might as well do that then rather than...
Go on then.
Is it was it 1999? What was it? 1995 or later? It was released.
No.
No, so early.
Okay.
See, you're doing well.
So that takes you what?
Right.
Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, basically.
NES.
NES maybe.
Yeah, a bit of NES in there. Okay.
Or none. It was released in a computer.
Yeah. Multi-platform. So I always think Lewis Mega Drive
Yeah,
first.
that's where my head went.
Yeah, could be like. Well, I'm not. In fact, I'm not going to say any guesses because that might sway his clue
Yeah.
at this stage. So,
Question 5. How do we want to narrow it down? Is it
was this multi-platform? Because there's like third-party stuff that had a version on across different platforms. If it's not multi-platform, then we can think
exclusive?
it's a console exclusive or whatever. Were there versions of this across multiple platforms?
Let me see. Let me check my extensive notes.
Wikipedia.
Or Wikipedia, yeah.
It's all handwritten.
On a screen as well.
Remarkable.
It's up here.
No.
It's exclusive then.
Okay.
It's clue time.
The game has a sequel that didn't release.
My first thought there, Alex, is Starwing or Star Fox, the original Super Nintendo one.
Because Light That Wars was...
Because the sequel came out on the... It never released officially until the SNES Classic, and it's bundled in with that. But there's Star Fox 2. Yeah.
That sounds like a good... That sounds like...
And he
likes
and
it.
I have said how much I like the music from that game, and the fact that he said, "Oh, apparently it was groundbreaking." Everything points towards that game.
So that was Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
So we see if this was a Super Nintendo exclusive then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Was this a Super Nintendo exclusive, Lewis?
No.
No.
No, it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Does it feature a fox? So
Yeah.
we'll go for it.
Why not?
Does this feature a fox?
It does feature a fox.
Oh,
I think.
does.
Do we want to narrow it down, Ben, just in case? Because you just never know.
I'm so scared. Oh. Does it also feature a toad?
Correct. It also features a toad.
So Wind in the
Okay.
Willows.
Is the primary mechanic flying?
Yes.
Okay.
On you go, Ben. Make a guess.
Now, it's got two different names. Please don't be a gobshite. Is it Starwing / Star Fox?
It is indeed.
Hey!
Oh.
Well
Yes.
done.
Final.
Well done.
Wow.
Get that monkey off our backs.
Andros. Phew.
I would have given you the translation of the game in Esperanto as well. And that is Stel Volpo.
I think we would have got that.
I think, well, that's why
Yeah.
I did it in Esperanto. I was like,
Stella,
Uh-huh.
stars, Volpine, fox-like. Yeah. Yeah. We'd have got that.
Much more cleverer than me.
Well, let's not get carried away. Yeah, cool. Good one. Happy with
So
that?
this is a, you've always harped on about the music in this game.
I can imagine you've enjoyed going through and listening to it.
Oh, there's been some enjoyment.
Good. Brilliant. I'm well happy
Very
with
good.
that.
Well done. Well
back.
done. Time to make it really difficult going forward so you can lose another 3 on the trot. Okay, so we are going to listen to Corneria, composed by Hajime Hirasawa from Star Fox.